Hi, this is Takeshi Yoshima. Welcome to Formula4Prosperity.com. So today's topic is power of association, how to tap into your true potential. All right, so today's topic is power of associations. I think I talked about this in the previous blog, but I just want to emphasize this point because association is very, very powerful. If we want to create a massive success, you need to associate. You need to choose the better association or good associations, right? Who you hang out with, right? So one of the mentor, Jim Rohn, right? He said that you will become 5 closest people you are most hang out with, right? So who are your associations? So if you associate with average people, we will be the average, okay? And then, if we are, associate with successful people, yes, we will be successful, right? And then in this blog, in this video, I would like to dig deeper as to why this is the case. Okay, I can only think of 2 possible reasons, and I really realized this when I've been in the wealth building journey for around 10 years, and these 2 things is really big. Okay, so the first reason is we can stretch the vision. Like a bigger association will stretch your vision of what's possible. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my own example. So when I was in the Japanese company, I was working for the job, right? I was in the job. Okay. With like it's in the first exposure for the wealth building is real estate, but previously I was just had a job, and then if I hang out with, when I hang out with, usual people, I'm not gonna say usual people, but just normal people, I never see what's possible out there. Okay, so before going to the real estate, I saw that I go to the company, like I wake up like maybe 6 a.m. And then I go to the company like around 7, work around 12 p.m. and then I always complain with my company about my company, my boss, and the company policy, why I need to work so hard, and then I'm not getting paid much to my coworker. Right? I'm sure a lot of people familiar with this situation. And then going back to the work, and then work until 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and then going back home, and then watch TV a little bit, and then going to sleep, and then repeating the same thing. Right? I thought this is only possibility. I didn't know any better. I don't have anything else that is possible. Okay, because I never associated with the right people, right? So as soon as I started to go to the real estate meeting, right, when I see my mentor or all the real estate investors, how good they are, what kind of situation they actually, they are making, they are making 10 times or even 100 times what's possible for me. Previously I saw that the $100,000 is a big deal. Right, $100,000 a year is a big deal, right? But once I started to see the people that are making 10 times or even 100 times or even 500 times, right? One of my mentor and all those, started to shape my head, started to think like in my inside of myself that it's actually possible. It's actually possible to make $1 million a year. It actually make it possible to become $10 million a year, right? So after hang out with those crowd, better association for a while, previously thinking $100,000 is a big deal, but now $100,000 per hour is possible, right? So this is actually showing my vision. Okay, this is very big because if you don't know what's possible, then you will never gonna do something bigger, right? So it's very, very important to realize that part. And you can easily realize this by moving to a little bit of the comfort zone, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is great association will stimulate your inner drive. right? So if I am, like let's say, I'm sure a lot of people, if we are in the associating with the average people, right? If we are in the top of the small crowd that don't do anything, we feel started to be complacent of the life. Right, so we started to feel like, oh, we are better than them, so we don't have to do much, right? We don't, yeah. So once we started to think like that, that's it. It's really end of the life, end of the progress. Okay, but as soon as you are actually started to hang out with a person that better than you, right? Then you started to feel like, oh my god, compared to them, I'm not doing well. I'm gonna have to do better. In fact, I can do better, right? So the other day, actually last weekend, I was at the business coaching sessions, and then there are so many people. Okay, there are so many people doing much better than me, right? And more successful doing bigger things, right? So this makes me think, also at the with excitement that, oh, they are doing better than me, right? Much better than me, doing bigger calls, and what I'm doing. But at the same time, this will actually improve my drive, that like it's actually exceed what possible in my capacity, right, by associating with the right people. But if you are not associating with the right people, then it's really hard to realize that part, right? So those two things is very crucial in order to create success in the business or investing or become financially free. Never be complacent, and then gotta have to choose the association wisely. If you want to create success, you need to choose the right association and the greatest association that you can hang out with. So this way you can improve yourself. Just like a house, right? So if you are, if your house is lower value, but if you surrounded with a higher value house, they will pull up, right? The lower house also pull up. It's the same here. So if you want to create success, choose that association wisely. And then I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, if you can share with this in Facebook, I will be appreciated. Right? Okay, so have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you on the next video. Okay, bye bye.